I'm going to be recording using the screen recorder and also on my brand new DJI using the new mic. Let's see what it sounds like. Now you might hear some noise in the background. That's because I'm on vacation at a resort. Every night they have some type of live performance out there in the theater. I call it a theater. It's a stage, but it's outdoors. So you can hear that. And I don't know how well this mic is going to cut that out. Anyway, let's get started. So what I wanted to make this video about is negotiating freight rates, but it's a different aspect that I hadn't spoken of before. And I think it's very important and useful, especially after hearing some of the rhetoric that I hear from drivers referring to how they talk to the broker, more so along the lines of being matter-of-factly when trying to get the rate they want. And I can't haul it for that. I can't show you that whole email. I can't haul it for that rate. If you can't pay me what I want to get paid, then we don't have nothing else to talk about. Well, there's an alternate way of negotiating that I think is much more effective, and I want to share with you how I go about it with a lot of success. There's actually also a follow-up video to the video that said add an extra $1,000 to $3,000 to your check every month, because this is referring to the exact same day, later on that day. Because I got empty early, before 8 o'clock, then I was able to get on the load board, and I found this other load that was high point to high point. So it was just moving the trailer from one place in the yard to another place in the yard. And we was emailing back and forth. And she asked me what would I need for something like that. And I said, I'm gonna need $200. And she was like, I can't get that high on this one. The trailer is moving 5 feet. Thank you, refrigerator. Best regards. And $200. Now I'm 20 miles, less than 20 miles away to the trailer, but I had to go across Winston-Salem, which you know how that traffic is at rush hour. It ain't big city, but anything can happen and slow you down. But anyway, I figure I'll go ahead and get the money, and if I don't see anything else, it's almost en route to the house. So I'll drop down there only about 5 or 6 miles further than I would need to go if I was going directly to the house. So I drop down there, move the trailer, then go to the house. I asked for $200, and she was like, I can't get that high on this one. The trailer is moving 5 feet. Now, here's where the difference in how I handle it, I think, as opposed to how some people might handle it. And my response was, if you have more of a desire to inform and explain why you're asking for what you're asking, and also try to be a solution to the problem, this person has a problem. I didn't show you, but she had said that somebody just dropped the trailer in the wrong place on the yard and it just need to be moved over. So that's a problem. I don't know if the receiver was the one with the communication issue that caused the trailer to be there, or if the driver just didn't follow directions, or if the broker didn't specify where the trailer needed to be. Either way, it's a problem, and you probably got a business that's sitting there unable to do whatever it needs to do because the trailer is not what the trailer needs to be, and they really need this taken care of. So it's a problem. Who knows how desperate they were? And I could have stayed hard-nosed and kept my rate that I asked for, but I explained to her why I was charging what I was charging. But at first I said, I understand your perspective. You're looking at, for moving the trailer 5 feet, $200, but I elaborated. I understand your perspective. Mine is that there's fuel needed to get there. There's time being used to get there, which is opportunity costs, because it seems like it's a 5-minute job, a 10-minute job. Who knows what's going to come up, in this process that's going to cause a delay, and it takes longer than that. And plus, it's still opportunity cost, because the time you spend the hour getting there, hooking up, moving the trailer, and then looking for another load is prime time that loads are posted. You could have a load that's, sure, it may be going 100 miles, 200 miles, but making a lot more money for the day. So you're taking me out of that availability for the period of time that I'm dealing with it. So that's not nothing. And so I said, then there's the actual action of moving the trailer. So if I was in a parking lot, it would be different. But I was like, given the dynamics, unfortunately, that's what I would need, is $200. And then I said, so here's the solution part. I'm acknowledging her perspective, and then I'm giving her my reality and why I asked for what I asked for, and then trying to provide a solution. I think they should be able to pay another driver, because I don't know what kind of business this is. I probably should have assumed that it was a smaller mom and pop type scenario, but I also assumed that there might be 1 or 2 trucks that comes in throughout the day, But anyway, my solution was, I think they should be able to just pay another driver who comes in, who shows up there, $40 and get it done. Although that is my rate and this is why, they should be able to get someone just to pay that's already there, and then it won't cost anywhere near what I'm asking. You see what I'm saying? That's a more helpful attitude. That's helping the person not feel like this dude trying to get me and they trying to get over and I'm not paying that. Well, they may very well, who knows how much money they actually have available to get this done, to correct the situation, But if you're going to be hard-nosed and just, oh, I got you now, I'm going to get you now, they'd rather pay somebody else. But by being more soft in your approach and empathetic with the person and recognizing, their perspective and explaining why your position is what it is, then that makes them feel differently about paying what you're asking, as opposed to feeling like they're getting taken advantage of. Now is more of a, let's make this, that's actually what she said. So her response was, can you do it for $150? My response was, yes, I'll do it for $150. And then she was like, send me the driver info, I'm getting you booked. And so that's it. And that wasn't bad. Less than 20 miles away, it actually took less than 20 minutes and $150. And then I got this other load that was going from Kernersville to Florence. On this load, the average, I think, was $550. They wanted to pay $550, and I got them up to $600 rate on that load. And it's just the same attitude in negotiating, and same strategy is, I'm soft with it in most cases. And, and it's a saying that goes, you catch more flies or something with honey.
The saying Hervey is referring to is you catch more flies with honey than with vinegar. I'd say he has a good point. Y'all can catch more incomplete sayings by subscribing to his YouTube, and be sure to watch the videos to the end, because often there's info that only people who watch videos to the end will ever hear. Or will hear it first. Like he's looking for property out in DR, so you guys will have a place to vacation to. Also, he's going to share with you how you can also make the investments. I'm sure he'll talk about it in a video soon. Happy trucking!